remote life.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, enough of this remote bit.
Just feeling the effects of the hokey pokey inside. Frida, you missed that. We did the hokey pokey.
You did you?
We did.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And what if the hokey pokey is what it's all about? I don't know if you saw that on Facebook, right?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Not dispute
No,
that.
our curiosity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just, it's a nice thing to remember if there's ever something serious or something like, oh my gosh, and then it's like, wait a second, this is the hokey pokey. No matter what, right? We dabble in, we dabble out. We put our right foot in, that's the masculine. We put our right foot out. We put our left foot in, that's the feminine. Put our right foot out, right? And we turn about. We turn all about. We meet the energies. It's Tantra. Everything comes in and everything comes out, right? We participate. We draw in, out, in. However the dance is, we turn ourselves about. Right? It really is the hokey pokey. It's downright hokey. Sometimes, isn't it? Life is, and sometimes it's pokey. As in slow and jabby. Right? Because it's insistent. It wants to know something's up for us. That's the only way that love can get our attention, is by some sort of discomfort. Because the rest of it just comes and goes, and we're fine with that. Right? The momentary grass fields. Yes. 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 So feeling inside and just inviting inside and speaking to yourselves, inside yourself, saying, yes, it's the hokey pokey. It's about how serious it is. And it includes the sacred. Because the whole dance may not be happening, but it is. It is happening like this just now. I brought a prop down. Big spoon, right? And we're talking about consideration of others and how, if anybody's seen that cartoon from the far side of heaven and hell and heaven, and where in hell they're all given a bowl of soup, but they're given long-handled spoons, and the soup is right in front of them, and they can't get to the spoon to where the soup is. And then heaven is the same apparatus, but they're spooning the food into each other, right? But there's a part that gets missed, and that is who's holding the spoon, and that other is ourselves. So when we feed each other, the part that's not really remembered is we are included in that, and we can call that feeding home again, full circle, 360. So everywhere that you've given to yourself. And we know that, but to actually receive the energy of that, to actually let that in, this giving out there, especially where it feels out of balance, you've given more than you've received. To then now, with those particular people, and you know who they are, to receive your own caring and attention home. The same way that you fed others. To let that come in energetically and to receive this right where you are right now. Means relaxing open and calling the energy home of your own giving and sharing. through many moments. All of your caring and appreciation. Doing a little meditation on allowing that which you've given to come full circle home. Right? And that can be about tasks and way that you've tended to the land, to buildings. It's not really a one-way direction because it is our own self. This house is a representation of self. It is ourselves. So as you have given to that, now let your giving come home. Relax your body open and feel your own efforting that seem to be outward to come home now. Relaxing your body open and saying yes to your own giving. And this is an energetic exercise that you may feel to do some homework in various directions as people show up in your consciousness of where you felt you've given more than you've received over time. To play with this, now that you know. My mom goes, "Rishu!" Rishu! Really loud like that. And then we say, "A Merry Christmas." This spoon here, the prop, has come all the way from Mexico to land here in Aherlo. Right? Become part of the kitchen in feeding. And I love being a part of that. Put it in the kitchen after. We're so in this together. It's impossible that we're not in this together. So just a few moments here just to include those people in your life that you feel most closely connected to. And just feel the connection. Just giving that some moments to be felt. And recognizing that they're connected to all the people that they're connected. So when you connect with them, you automatically are connected to all who they are connected to. And who all those people are connected to. And that's how Facebook came about. But it is a representation of it, isn't it? It really is. But to consciously let awareness rest with the fact of these felt connections. Doesn't matter how these connections are either. They can be maybe not so comfy right now depending on who they're with. It's all right. You still feel connected. And just feeling a part of it all. part of this whole human play. And you'll hear me point to it a few times over the time that we're here together. That whatever happens here happens everywhere simultaneously. Because we're not separate. And we're all in the same moment. No matter where we are. The breathing of every human being, every animal, of all these trees, it's all happening in this very moment. Together. Are there any bits of what's happening right now that you'd like to share, just from where you are? Seeing as we're having a shorter little bit here of what's happening, to include yourself in some way, or whatever you'd like to share, if anything.
I'm very triggered with the spoon, and maybe a lot of people here are, because the one spoon, was used for hitting,
Yes.
in my head, so that's just really triggered. Just feel in my body.
Yes. If it's all right, can you let the energy that was wielding the spoon come through you, recognizing that you're a bunch of molecules vibrating here, right?
I'm doing that,
Yeah. Just totally letting it come. Relaxing the body open. So like you're like a riverbed of pebbles. And it's flowing through and amongst. So it's not held away. It's completing its route.
Yeah, it's just energy. I could see myself catching memories and things, and it's like, no, it's just energy.
Right. And letting it through the system, then it's a type of initiation. Supporting this system that you are to be able to be with energy even more. This energy moves through you consciously. And thank you for sharing that, and can be with you as you open to this and let it run through.
Just briefly, if I can, as the invitation to this kind of expansion into the interconnectedness of the non-duality, I had a sense of an enormous sun disk actually. It's kind of warming. And it rolls and it's kind of wordless, and that's enough of words for me for a while. Okay.
Thank you for including that and sharing what's happening inside. Yes.
I was on the phone late last night supporting a friend who was having a lot of difficulty, and sort of energetically I got a little bit wired up, and so when I'd done that I couldn't get to sleep, so I read, and so I was up late, and so I was underslept this morning and therefore irritable, and inclined as a human being to project that on whoever or whatever is around. So that's why I left the room earlier. All the giggling I found extremely irritating and girly and for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. So I took myself out into the woods and I spoke to my friend, our mutual friend, and that was nice. And then a bird came and sat right very close and sang to me for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then flew away. And
That sounds a little girly.
Yeah. When I'm in good shape, that's no problem. But I wasn't in good shape. And the bird sang, and anyway, so it all evaporated. And so when I came back in, my perception of you all was of light and love and laughter. But I thought myself, what am I going to do? Go up there and share and tell her I'm so fucking pissed off, no, just get out of here. So I just thought I'd let you know that happened.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Well, I kind of got this image of like the roots in the mud and the lotus flower, and so it feels a little bit like it's all kind of it's relaxed, and also it was lovely when you talk about the spoon, because that also is relaxed this way, and it feels like I'm kind of in a huge vastness, but the body's here and it's relaxing and it's very connected to everything.
And being fed.
Yeah. It's like the concrete is much more this lotus in the mud.
Yeah.
Might be able to move now after this.
No, we have to carry you.
So
You're sitting very straight. You're flat out.
that's what's happening right now.
A minute, we'll bring food in and feed you.
We get the spoon anyway.
We can do it.
No, because with this thing of like giving and receiving and that, there can be a certain amount of resentment, and that there's always something wanting something, right?
There has been.
Yeah, there has been, and it's kind of like it's nice not to feel that anymore. That it's all like say part of myself.
Yes. Even resentment.
Yeah.
Right? Resentment is just an invitation. Oh, resentment. Ah, right? Because resent. What wants to be invited here? Right? If resentment here, it marks a spot where something's out of balance. And then we can open to that and explore it.
You really bring it right to the absolute moment. Something like that.
Yes.
That's really,
Yeah.
very, it's fresh.
Yeah, it's here.
It's here.
Right? With what comes.
Yeah, that's really
And
nice.
play with it as it comes.
Right, okay.
So we were talking a little bit about that last night or this morning, about how this satsang is also about awakening. And it may not seem so much because I'm not talking in a kind of a non-dual way, and yet I am. Like you even said, oh yeah, the non-duality assumption. And it's true, the oneness, right? We're falling into this oneness and consciously connecting with the truth of being connected with each other and with everyone in the world. And then now if we look at the floor being connected to the earth, and like where is there any space that it doesn't go out all the way to the other end? Wherever that is, right? What doesn't it include? So how this is a way of being very precisely with what is in celebration of the humanness. It's been an ongoing opportunity that hasn't quite been heard like as it seems to be inviting to myself. Love always inviting, inclusive of this incredible one that we each are. Whew. So cool.
Haven't got quite the golden
The golden child.
haven't got to that yet. It's really good.
Yeah, we are the child of the universe. We have a right to be here. Yeah. And it's not really even a right. We're already here. Yeah. So ha. Does anybody know the words to that song well enough that we can finish up with that song?
Which one?
We are the child of the universe.
Oh.
We have a right to be here. Do you know it?
I don't know that one.
Anybody? Oh. So Age of Aquarius?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think that just popped in. All right, so how about a few minutes, so that's lots of moments, of Om together, right? So just inhaling Om together, and then inhaling an Om in your own way, and playing with this, and including whatever wants to come, and we'll just carry on, allowing the sound, and an invitation to feel the sound as it happens. Feel the sound inside as it's happening. rich. Thank you.
Thank you. Just to say, guys, before we all depart, I'll be over in the coach house across the way to collect any fees, contributions, after dinner between 2 and 4. Okay, sorry to bring that.
And when you give your contribution, also acknowledge yourself as committing to meeting yourself
Yeah.
newly and even more fully, right? So that you're actually putting value on you meeting yourself. Like this.
Sorry, I smashed you.